right in that safe space in third last term. Frankfurt, it's the position that they've been occupying for a few years now, as far away from second as they were from fourth. Closing that gap is going to be pretty hard work. Didn't take points off Bayern last season. Leverkusen took points off Wolfsburg. So these teams do pose a threat on their day. Leverkusen's ambition ultimately is to be at least on the same level as Frankfurt in reaching the European qualifiers. Who scored on the opening day victory against Freiburg, is on the wrong side of this decision, and Barbara Dunst will figure out where's best to try and plant this ball. Help should she need it. Leverkusen don't need any of that, as Sangrava is kept away from it, but on the second time of asking, and maybe the third, it won't go in, and Leverkusen survive the early scare. Brilliant cross from Volter. Quite decipher who it is that gets on the end of it. Frankfurt baring their teeth in the first couple of minutes in Rhineland. Beautiful day for football too. Who we initially thought might have come in at right back, but occupying the left. Lina Lursson, the new signing from Werder Bremen, not quite fit enough to start today for Eintracht Frankfurt. Here for a couple of years, Roberto Patsolds. Previous jobs include with the DFB as a base coordinator and in Hamburg's youth setup in the men's side of football. Oh, and that's been misjudged, and it might allow the opportunity for Geraldine Reuteler to steal in. No worries for Frederica Ripoll. Leverkusen, the only team to turn defeat into victory on the opening weekend. They needed a penalty to do so. It was put away by Kristin Quegel. Really entertaining game. They followed up that victory with a pretty simple 2-0 triumph against Karlsruhe in the Pokal. Not quite the 10-0 scoreline Frankfurt produced against Erfurt on Wednesday. They scored 4 goals in a 9-minute spell at the start of the second half. Conceded none over 2 games. Leverkusen should pose a more severe threat today. Dennis will be keen to wipe the Sporting game from memory. It's her mistake which led to the Portuguese side's opener. Poor clearance which was taken advantage of. Legs broken here for Reuteler, who sees Volter tearing down the right hand side, and that's not much to muster for Ripoll. Freigang. Here's Volter. Blockades arriving, I think, to the detriment of the presser. I think it's Levels, the Dutch fullback for Leverkusen, who trots back to her left back berth. What to do for Nadine Racing. Stina Johannes rarely goes long from any position around her 18-yard box. Frankfurt and Leverkusen, in fairness, are keen to try and navigate their way through the lines. Nico Arnautis has been successful as the Frankfurt manager so far. They were so close to reaching the Pokal final last year, to taking Bayern Munich all the way to penalties. They drew with them twice last season against a team that were pretty much in a league of their own. So this Frankfurt team do have the ability in them to ruffle the feathers of the high flyers. Krasnikar on the turn as Riesen tries to dig her way past the Leverkusen rear guard. Sarah Darshan. The type of passing on display here from Frankfurt, and then excellent long ball from Darshan. Probably goes away to explain why the centre-back has the best pass percentage rate in the squad. He crosses over Krasnikar. Barbara Dunst is such a key component of this Frankfurt team. 5 goals, 5 assists last season. Wonderful contribution from the centre of midfield. Believe that came off the Leverkusen player last. It's judged to have come off Elisa Sens, who was captaining those in red last season. Says she feels she's moved to a big professional club who share her ambition, will allow her to continue to push and contend for a place in the Germany team. She's involved at the moment. Across comes Darson and mopping up Walter's error. New levels. He scored wonderfully first equaliser against Freiburg in the opening match day. Leverkusen seeking a scrappier one here if that's necessary. Hansen forced the wrong way, and now she's allowed her opposite number Freigang to bear down on goal here. Ostermeier, a hurdle too tall. It'll do for Darson in such a situation. Dunst. Sophie Kleinherr. Here's Sangrava, central midfielder, also formerly of Leverkusen. Member of Frankfurt without the long-term absentee, which is a pretty vital one, Tanja Havelek, who can't be too far off a return now. Time frame for ACL reconstruction and rehab, recovery, etc. normally around about the 9-month mark. She ruptured hers against Barcelona in January. It's a wonderful turn which gives Leverkusen the opportunity to at least explore the Frankfurt half for a change. They opt to recycle. Hansen. Lovely 1-2. And Vidal spreads it left here as Leverkusen work their way in behind. They should reach this for the cross as well, and they have the opener. First attack, and it's in the back of the net. There's a lesson for Frankfurt. And Leverkusen, who have soaked up a little bit in the opening dozen minutes or so, decide it's their turn to cause a bit of a ruckus, and it's tucked away brilliantly. Brilliant finish from Caroline Kerrer, the new signing. Grabs her first of the Bundesliga campaign. She was desperate for a move to the Bundesliga as soon as she heard of Leverkusen's interest. That won't do any harm as far as endearing herself to the fans and new teammates goes. Brilliant goal. Can have all the possession the heart desires. But it's those kinds of touches and the quick transitions that really matter. Not a bad start at all for Roberto Patzold. A sixth of the way through this game. 15 played now, so plenty of time to go. But Leverkusen continuing so far their fine form against Frankfurt. Daring the visitors to dispossess them here as the press is cooled off. Tough task ahead here for Frankfurt. Leverkusen might have finished mid-table last term, but only Bayern and Wolfsburg conceded fewer goals. In fact, they had the same defensive record in the league as Frankfurt's, so these two were the most solid outside of the big two in the division. No changes in that regard either. Ostermeyer and Tirani at the back today were the two protectors last term as well. So Frankfurt opting for the scenic route here as Freigang bursts in. And the shot to goal from Grava will be comfortable for Rippel. Captain now for Leverkusen after the departure of Elisa Sens. Gave Reuteler half a chance. Kojic seeking an option. Here's Hansen. Reuteler dropping from her starting forward position today. Kolanyomi is on the bench for Frankfurt. Freigang's pass almost finds her manager. Sings is recognised for her time at Leverkusen and the number of appearances she made. She's just hit her 100th now in the Bundesliga. Right in that safe space in third last term. Frankfurt is the position that they've been occupying for a few years now, as far away from second as they were from fourth. Not much to muster for Rippel. Freigang. falter. Blockades arriving, I think, to the detriment of the presser. I think it's Levels, the Dutch fullback for Leverkusen, who trots back to her left back berth. What to do for Nadine Racing. Johannes really goes long from any position around her 18-yard box. Frankfurt and Leverkusen, in fairness, are keen to try and navigate their way through the lines. Nico Arnautis has been successful as the Frankfurt manager so far. They were so close to reaching the Pokal final last year, to taking Bayern Munich all the way to penalties. They drew with them twice last season against a team that were pretty much in a league of their own. So this Frankfurt team do have the ability in them to ruffle the feathers of the high flyers. Krasnikar on the turn as Riesen tries to dig her way past the Leverkusen rear guards. Sarah Darshan. The type of passing on display here from Frankfurt, and then excellent long ball from Darshan. Probably goes away to explain why the centre-back has the best pass percentage rate in the squad. Crosses over Krasnikar. Barbara Dunst is such a key component of this Frankfurt team. 5 goals, 5 assists last season. Wonderful contribution from the centre of midfield. Believe that came off the Leverkusen player last. It's judged to have come off Elisa Sens, who was captaining those in red last season. So she feels she's moved to a big professional club who share her ambition. Will allow her to continue to push and contend for a place in the Germany team. What a header! Kristen Quegel is surrounded. A goal-scoring start to this season, all right. On the opening day in the cup, and now glancing one, planting it beyond Stina Johannes, and Frankfurt are up against it. That's a genius piece of finishing improvisation. Top quality. think a point on the road to Leverkusen would be seen as a pretty decent result for Nico Arnautis' team. He wanted a response to the Champions League exit against Minsk, and Freigang didn't want it on our left, and Dunst ties herself in a knot, trying to bring it under control. Leverkusen hasn't defeated and held last term. For all their Ripoll sweating the Leverkusen goal once. So this one as well, which is reciprocated graciously by Leverkusen. Opportunities aplenty for Leverkusen. From three or even better to start the campaign. They have Essen away next Saturday, and then the Friday night game the following week on the 27th against Hoff. The balloon could hardly be more full of air at the moment. Frankfurt will do their best to burst it over the next, what's that, an hour? Levels felt. Much to think on. It's not been the start. Nico Arnautis, that Champions League exit damaging. They were unfortunate last term. And we got with Barcelona, Benfica and Rosengard. Recent. Actually snuffed out. Frankfurt will come again. Flag looking for Reuteler. What a header it was from. Fair to say she's not the tallest. All it needed was the right body shape and a glancing touch. As Hansen thumps clear. Kerr intended to be set on her way. Fortunate from Katarina Piljic's point of view, she made no contact with that challenge. Two-thirds of the first half down. And Frankfurt 2 down. Flag back for Grava. Kleinherm hoping that Prasnikar could do something with it. For Franziska Wildfire. Trouble turning that ball possession into goal scoring opportunities. Just a couple of shots on target, one from Caroline Kerr. Leverkusen hold a handy advantage. Back for Barbara Dunst. Prefers central but will drift wide, as is her responsibility, on the left edge of the diamond. Presence of mind to wait for the arrival of Sense. Hila Turani. Reuteler. Final touch. Reuteler. the third top scorer in the division last season. On the bench today. Fourth top scorer in the league was who's now wearing the red and black of another team. It's AC Milan. Of her faithful today. Cornelia Kramer also up there alongside her. Anywhere will do. The first half, it's been a rosy one to watch for Frederica Repol. A couple of efforts from the Sangrava, sailing over the crossbar. One wide two, that's recent. That should be eat and drink. Clearance is lacking the yard. Found a bit of stability in the middle reaches of the Bundesliga Leverkusen. Last 4 seasons, 6th, 5th, 7th, 5th. The likes of Frankfurt and Hoffenheim. Not an insurmountable task, it's a sizable one. On the basis of today though, no reason why they can't. And they want it to get in behind Frankfurt here. A team that have kept 3 clean sheets and 4 to start the season until today. It's the car for Freigang, who sends it wide again for P-Sophie Volter. Dunst is there, and finally Frederica Repol has forced precision preferred to Lacey's. It's not enough power from Barbara Dunst, who is handy for a goal. Kehrer, I suppose, running out of ideas. She does say that she's courageous in attack, thrives on a one-on-one. Trying to it appears to be a long way off for Frankfurt at the moment. There's been little to enjoy in this game for them apart from the pints so far. I'm surprised to see that she not only thrives on but seeks out the responsibility to keep things going for Frankfurt. And Darson feeling a sense of urgency. Comes to Nadine racing. Chance for Frankfurt then, a couple of minutes to go till half time. Just involved at the moment. Fragang's escaped her marker. It's for Leverkusen. First half full of simplicity for Leverkusen. Simplicity in their defending and what's been asked of them. Simplicity in their clinicality in the other box. They've had a couple of shots. Weak effort from Kehrer from about 40 yards. A couple of goals to show for it. Including one fantastic header from Kristen Kogel. Just not happening for Frankfurt. Wonder if Nico Arnautis will feel necessary to like. It's pretty good at shutting out their opponents when they have to. Frankfurt haven't even been Sense. Grab it. Kleinhern. It's got to be now for... What they do now, and they have got one back. Oh, talk about timing. Reutler on the end of it. I'm not sure we'll see. It's a beautifully deft finish from Reutler, but that delivery from Barbara Dunst is inch perfect, begging to be and it's the last touch of the half, and that completely changes the complexion of this game now. Do end up on target, Reutler. She picks her spot, picks her moments, and she arrived on cue to get Frankfurt back into this game, but they still trail by 1 at half time. It's Bayer Leverkusen 2. Well, welcome back for the second half of Bayer Leverkusen against Eintracht Frankfurt. And compared to the balance of the game in the 43rd minute, we equaliser right on the not equaliser, sorry, after bringing one back right on the stroke of half time. It's 2-1 to Leverkusen. It's a wonderful cross from Barbara Dunst. It's into the perfect area and prodded home by Geraldine Reuteler. She scored Frankfurt's first goal of the season against Karl Zeiss Jena on the opening day. She's already married. These two had the joint best defensive record in the league outside of Bayern and Wolfsburg last term. How firm is they turned defeat into I'm sure they've got enough dedication in them here to try and prevent the opposite happening on match day 2. Stopped at the first hurdle. Chased by Elisa Sense, doing a similar job on the right hand side of the diamond as to Barbara Dunst on the left. They're nowhere near it. Gerson looks to be lining one up from range here, and it's enough to make header into the far corner. Ripple. Reuteler looking in behind as Prasnikar gallops after it, stopped by Lila Turani. Full of belief, certainly publicly, that Leverkusen can mount a challenge for Champions League qualification places. Penalised. Quite certainly made sure that the referee Franiska felt necessary to charge. levels, not far from where she scored against Freiburg. Sending across here. That's a problem for Stina Johannes. She is one step ahead of Puljic, but Turani steps in wonderfully. There's Dunst. She loves this. Crashing the car loitering to no avail on this occasion, but she just ghosts inside so efficiently, Barbara Dunst. No arrival in white. Levels. There's Kugel. Kept alive by Willemsdottir, and here's Vidal, giving Johannes some catching practice. It's nicely done by Lisa Sense. Reutler, who's drifted over to the right hand side here. I wonder if there's been a change of shape for Frankfurt. Didn't stop a blind alley. Turn here from Kramer. Levels. Trusted to make this difficult for Frankfurt to deal with. They have gone mix and match between the zonal and Player marking. For a handball from the hosts. But a collision from Willemsdottir. And Pia Sophie Volter has nullified any. Well, okay, definitely strikes Volter's arm. Hopefully the head knock is not too severe. Directly affect the handball, I'm not too sure. That's an afterthought at the moment. Let's see. There's no head knock, so that's a left. The air knocked back into them. Yeah, Sophie Volter was complaining about the lack of courage and determination. In Portugal, well, she was quick enough to put her body on the line on that occasion. Nick opting to try and flick. Coming on off go Lisanne Grava and Lara Prashnikar, so that's a slightly more attacking setup now for Frankfurt in terms of personnel. Who knows about the shape? Last year's top scorer now, Nicola Nyomi, leading the line. It looks like Geraldine Reuteler will drop back into midfield. At the base of the diamond, if that's still the shape Arnautis is preferring. And she's kept her end of the bargain. Now our team have got to defend as Leverkusen fire one into the front post. Nyomi bursting through already, looking for a positive impact. And Frankfurt are level. Oh, Nico Arnautis rolled edge that have brought parity for Frankfurt. Wonderful work from Nyomi. A determined, clever finish from Romina Chiba. And the prospect of Leverkusen seeing victory turn to defeat in total contrast to the opening game against Freiburg. Here goes Anyomi again. The pace too much to handle for Leverkusen, but Ostermeier straight. Frankfurt feeling the surge of momentum now. Walter, who had a significant amount of wind knocked out of her with that collision with Wilhelmsdottir in the box. I'm not sure that is really. He's giving Leverkusen something else to think about. She's already made the most of it. Perhaps Sophie Walter won't be able to continue. She was already taken off and brought back on. The change is necessary. Here comes Anna Eiling. She's struggled. She's been here for almost 3 years now and made still under 30 appearances, but she's been rewarded with a new deal. She'll be here until the end of the season. To prevent Wilhelmsdottir from breaking through. Of Tirani, but dealt with well. Stina Johannes. There are a number of international. Sophie Nachtigall is there with Jela Veit. For Ostermeier, Sophie Zebel, Loreen Bender are the two for the hosts who are over at the global stage at the moment. Dottir's afternoon is over. She's not really had much of an impact this afternoon. Last season. Here come Leverkusen now, seeking a third, which they haven't threatened to find in the 20 minutes of the second half so far. Offside flag raised against Kramer. Dottir. Need to force or rush things at the moment. Alling for it did appear that today it was going to miss the mark. What a tremendous comeback victory it would be for Frankfurt against a team that pedantry prevails. One tug, not enough. Firm grip in the shoulders did the trick. by reason in the general direction of Chiba, who is got the poise. Putting themselves into a spot of bother here, and look how much room there is for Frankfurt to try and turn over. Third, and that's about it. 20 to play, and as it stands, Frankfurt probably looking more likely to seal a comeback win than for Leverkusen. Almost 1200 at the game in Leverkusen. Here's Levels. Frankfurt rarely flustered in the second 45. Perhaps an opportunity here as Kramer but still, she's on the score sheet. It was a terrific header too. Chiba. Raised flag prevents an advantage. Nicely done by Chiba this time, back for Ali. There's a weakness here in this Leverkusen side, should Frankfurt find a way to exploit it. Danny. Reuteler away. Nomi the offender on this occasion. Scorer in the league last season. Ahead of Chiba, who's in a rush here for Freigang. His first touch is good, her second allows her to lay off Chiba. Misses it, and that's a corner to Frankfurt. She's been a pest. Away by Ostermeier. Leverkusen's turn to try and stave off a potential winning goal. Low centre of gravity allows her to try and dig her way out of trouble. Reutiller. Who hadn't caught up upstairs. But Freigang has failed to breach the trap. And Leverkusen, as we head closer to a share of the spoils. Leverkusen needed a late goal from Leverkusen's deliveries today. It's likely to be kept in here by Freigang, who is keen to find Chiba immediately. It's opening up though. There's Levels. Discomfort with her right foot, working against her and Leverkusen, but she's tenacious. Reutiller says to Alling, get rid. Freigang's on her bike. Chiba could do well to notice her here, and Freigang's through. Laura Freigang passes up the chance for a Frankfurt winner. Another couple of yards to Sense is recognised for her time at Leverkusen and the number of appearances she made. She have to fight another few minutes. There's a change for them as Dilys Boboy is prolific in the youth division. There's I don't think we'll see a bigger one than the chasm which opened up to allow Freigang in behind. Her decision to try and lay off. Good bites. Pretty deafening from those in white. Alling wants the return. She has to make it a 3-4, which is beautifully done with Reuteler. Riesen. No surprise to see Barbara Dunst drifting in field. I'd have thought of she kept it in play, Freigang. Was she fouled as she worked her way into the box? Well, we'll never know. Another yellow. Sense is recognised for her time at Leverkusen and the number of appearances she made. She's will replace Geraldine Reuteler for the Embers. Off the bench, 9 times. There's Boboy, the youngster. Getting into match-winning territory now. Not in this instance for Leverkusen. Kvamser for Dunst, and Riesen joins the party. Vidal across. Most aspects of play have been pretty equal. One of Leverkusen's issues is not sealing vital wins again. If they do want to get to that next level, they'll have to keep hold of them. Delise Boboy booked on her league debut. My mistake, it was delivers for Frankfurt. It's a brilliant delivery again, and Freigang can't have been more than mere inches. Of all the options, Hammer. Dorson couldn't find a way out of a spot of trouble. Looks like both sides will have to be content with the points that will come their way here. To a point from 2 down. A decent afternoon's work for both. Out by Reutler and Chiba. A vital time for Reutler to score 2 with half-time rapidly approaching. Chiba scoring with her first touch after coming off the bench alongside Anyomi next to her. Nikranatis wanted the response from the Champions League exit to continue. I think he has. Roberto Patzold. Just a second. In the opener against Freiburg, they have shipped a 2-goal lead this afternoon. Coyen for Roberto Patzold so far. Kerrer on target as well, must be pretty pleasing. Slightly more possession for the visitors, but apart from that, Kerrer, clinical in levels, who scored on the first day, assisting on the second. Arrival from Braga is off the mark. Kogel, it's just brilliant. It's her third of the season. And then this enticing cross was shouts for handball here from Sophie Volter, which are pretty clear. How close was she to the ball? Levels to draw Frankfurt level. Must have been no more than a minute and a half or so after they came off the bench. This was the chance to win it though. Freigang. Oh, why has she not taken the shot? It was a blistering pass into the path of Anyomi too. Those are the results this weekend so far. The most notable one probably Carl Zeiss Jena 0, Wolfsburg 1. That's nowhere near the expected disparity between one of the country's best teams and a newly promoted side. Wolfsburg and just the 4 at the moment. That's really the only thing jumping out of the league table at the moment. Potsdam and St. A couple of hours and finishes Bayer Leverkusen 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 2.
Geraldine Reutler, am Ende ein umkämpftes 2:2. Was hat es vor allem in der ersten Halbzeit so schwierig gemacht gegen die Leverkusener Hintermannschaft?
Haben wir es eigentlich richtig gut gemacht und ja, war dann am Schluss ein Punkt besser als kein Punkt.
Ja, vor allem Ihr Anschlusstreffer kurz vor Ende der zweiten Halbzeit war sehr wichtig für den Spielverlauf. Was hat Ihr Trainer noch in der Halbzeit? Was sind Ihre persönlichen Ziele für die nächsten Wochen?
Ja, wir gucken von Spiel zu Spiel. Nächste Woche ist jetzt Potsdam dran. In Potsdam, es wird auch nicht einfach, aber da wollen wir natürlich die nächsten 3 Punkte holen.
Vielen
Sina Ostermeier, heute wurden Sie und Ihre Hintermannschaft ordentlich gefordert.
Gewesen, haben wir noch stark am Ende dagegen gehalten. Ich glaube, wir gehen mit einem halb weinenden Auge, aber mit einem lachenden Auge am Ende ins nächste Spiel und freuen uns natürlich dann. Das ist ein super Platz und ja, ich glaube, mit einem Punkt zu starten kann man zufrieden sein.
Vielen Dank, Sina Ostermeier, und viel Erfolg weiterhin.
Ja, ich glaube, dass wir gerade dann in der zweiten Halbzeit ein bisschen Probleme hatten, ja, die Räume zu schließen, gerade im Zentrum, da den ersten Ball, der tief gespielt wird, direkt zu attackieren. Dadurch muss man auch sagen, war Frankfurt dann echt auch stark und am Drücken, deswegen geht ja, also definitiv. Man sieht ja, dass wir da standhalten können. Das Ergebnis zeigt, dass wir uns auch gegen eine Top-Mannschaft klar als Ziel gesetzt, einfach von Spiel zu Spiel zu schauen. Wir haben ein paar neue Leute, auch ein neues Trainerteam. Ist natürlich jetzt spannend, die ersten Spiele, dass man ja immer besser werden und natürlich diese Saison nochmal eine Schippe drauflegen.
Vielen Dank, Christine Kögel, und viel Erfolg weiterhin.
Elisa Senn, Am Ende dieses Spiels steht ein 2:2. Sie wurden vor dem Spiel zur besten.
Es ist immer schön, an die alte Wirkungsstätte zurückzukehren. Also es war total schön, alle wiederzusehen und
In der zweiten Halbzeit besser gemacht.
wir haben uns vorgenommen, weiterhin einfach Druck zu machen und unsere Chancen zu nutzen und haben das, glaube ich, ganz gut geschafft. Schade, dass wir so
Der Leistung Ihrer Mannschaft heute?
Ja, also ich glaube, aus der Sicht, dass wir zuerst zurücklagen, kann man dann in Richtung mal so zurückzuliegen. Ich glaube, da ärgert man sich noch mehr.
Vielen Dank und gute Rückreise.
Danke.
Suspense is recognised for her time at Leverkusen and the number of appearances she made. She's just hit her 100th now in the Bundesliga. Right in that safe space, third last term. Frankfurt is the position that they've been occupying for a few years now, as far away from second as they were from fourth. Closing that gap is going to be pretty hard work. And take points off Bayern last season. Leverkusen took points off Wolfsburg. So these teams do pose a threat on their day. Leverkusen's ambition ultimately is to be at least on the same level as Frankfurt in reaching the European qualifiers. Meyer, who scored on the opening day victory against Freiburg, is on the wrong side of this decision, and Barbara Dunst will figure out where's best to try and plant this ball. Just get help should she need it. Don't need any of that as the Sangrava is kept away from it, but on the second time of asking, and maybe the third, it won't go in, and Leverkusen survive the early scare. Brilliant cross from Walter. Can't quite decipher who it is that gets on the end of it. Frankfurt baring their teeth in the first couple of minutes in Rhineland. Beautiful day for football too. Who we initially thought might have come in at right back, but occupying the left. Lina Lursen, the new signing.